Hello, my gorgeous ones. Welcome to Alicia Budget Beauty. My name is Alicia. Here on my channel, I love all things affordable fashion and beauty. I do hauls, tutorials, reviews, indie palette reviews, all sorts of fun stuff. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe, stick around, be a friend. All right, you guys, I'm going to try my best to get through this and explaining this palette and what motivated me to purchase it without crying, because it's just very touching to me and just really hits home being a mom and being a mom of boys. So I have the brand new Davini Ascensión Palette in my possession. And I first saw someone share this on Instagram a little bit before the release, and it was a brand new brand to me. I had missed the boat on her lashes and things that she already sold, but this is her first palette. And what first caught my eye was the color story. So let me go ahead and open it up. The color story just put me in a chokehold. I just thought it was stunning. I thought it was unique. It's bold. It's just beautiful. I noticed the special shades in here immediately. I noticed that it's half cool toned, half warm, which I love in a palette. And then I went to actually read the caption about this palette, and it was like, I was like, I'm buying this palette, kind of no matter how much it was going to cost. And I know I'm someone that like preaches about the price of palettes all the time. I mean, if it was astronomical, if it was like over $100, I wasn't going to purchase it. But I knew that if it was even a little bit more than I wanted it to be, I was going to purchase out of support for the backstory. So the name Davini, the brand, is a hybrid name. So Dini is the CEO and owner of the brand, and then David was her son's name, who has passed. And I honestly don't know the details. All that I know is that she had a son and he passed, and she kind of went for it with her brand in honor of him and teaching her to live life and reach for your dreams and, you know, don't stop living, and her hopes and her belief that she will be reunited with him again. And I'm a mom of 3. I have 2 boys. I said I wasn't going to cry, but I don't know the details. Like I said, I just can't imagine. So, oh my gosh, my eyes are turning so red. I'm gonna have to put drops. I've got drops right in front of me. Thank goodness Lumify saves my life. I have very sensitive eyes that turn red at the drop of a hat. Anyway, I don't know the details. I just can't imagine. And so I wanted to support her, and the palette just happened to be absolutely gorgeous anyway. So I'm going to take a little break, get myself together, and I'm going to come back and talk a little bit more about it, show you the swatches, the special shades, and then I'm going to create a couple of looks with this beautiful palette. All right, we're back. I've fanned off my eyes. Hopefully we can keep them dry. We'll see. She did include this synopsis of the thought process behind the palette, the inspiration. It speaks of her son in here. It also talks about the 2 movies that really inspired her, Interstellar and Contact, that are basically about like reaching someone from beyond and connecting with them. I'm not going to go too much into detail because I know I'll break down again. But I think it's really neat that she included this. Then also as a little bonus, she threw in a little puff, which I'm excited about, and also a sponge, which was really nice. Now, I will say real quick and point out, not a big deal. My shade Vega came not completely busted, but it was all removed from the side and cracked where I knew it was just about to fall out. Thank goodness it didn't, and the whole palette wasn't covered in it. So I did press it back. I could probably press it a little bit more, but oh my gosh, when I was pressing it, I was like, wow, because it got on my finger. Obviously, I started just like swatching it on my palm. I'm going to go ahead and pop in the swatches of the special shades over here. But I was like, oh wow, I'm in for a treat. Like, this is beautiful. So this palette does have a custom made glitter, pressed glitter, which Glitter, you know, I know some people, it's a deal breaker for them. They won't purchase a palette with a glitter. And then some people love it. I have gone through like a journey with glitter where I thought it was super fun. And then I kind of got in that, oh, I don't do glitter, you know, like on my high horse. And then I've grown to kind of like it again. I think there's a time and place for it. I think glitter is really fun for like creative looks, special looks, and then also like, you know, if you're going to do something fun for like Christmas or New Year's, you know, or you could wear it any day of your life. You know, life is short. That's one of the whole themes of this palette. So, oh, by the way, I don't think I said Ascensión is a Spanish word. And, you know, this palette is all like galaxy, interstellar, like, you know, kind of the journey, you know, the fusion in between, you know, so like you have realm, contact, journey, omega, beyond. So that whole, you know, kind of connecting the two worlds, by the way. I forgot to mention that. These mattes look very buttery smooth. We also have a metallic, shimmer, a holochrome in here. I think 2 holochromes, which I don't think I own one. So I'm very, very excited to play. When I swatched this, I was just like, oh my gosh, like 60, this was, I'm trying to remember, I'll have it on the screen. I know it's 60 something. I did use a code as well. And the pan sizes are 26 millimeters as well. They're bigger. So, you know, I haven't played with it yet, but I'm just gonna like go ahead and say, I feel like at least from the swatches, like this is a special palette, like more special than most in my collection. And maybe I'll be able to say like this price point's amazing for it, but I've got to definitely test it out before I tell you guys that. So I think I'm going to do 2 different eye looks today. I think what I want to do is this side's pretty warm and then this side's pretty cool. And I think I'm just going to like, you know, very expectedly do one on each. And then tomorrow, I think I'll kind of combine shades to show that you can combine cool and warm. So I'm hoping to get 3 looks done for you guys. So let's go ahead and do look number 1. All right, so I think first I'm gonna go in with Not Alone, this mustard shade, which I love a mustard shade so much. And I'm just gonna start that right here in the inner corner. Pigment is there for sure. Really nice, really no fallout. Well, a little bit. I take that back. There's like a little, you know, it's kind of, looking at it in the pan, there is like a little bit of kick up. It's not really falling down much on my face, but I've grown to, that's kind of my favorite when it's, has like a tiny bit of kick up, not too much powder, but just enough where it really kind of assists in the blending process. Next, I'm going to go in with Murph and blend that in. Ooh, Murph, honestly, I mean, I've got a lot of palettes. And I would have to look through them before I say this with absolute confidence, but possibly I don't have this shade before this. This is like a, I mean, it's like a mustardy orange that I really like. I have a jumpsuit. Well, actually, it's a romper. It's a romper. That is kind of a perfect mix of these 2 shades. And I mean, this would be a beautiful fall look right here, even just like with those 2 tones and popping in some sort of shimmer multi-chrome was kind of all you would need. But that is such a unique shade that I don't think I owned before. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with Vital, this red shade here. And golly, these definitely have a lot of pigment. If anyone's wondering about these mattes and if they're pigmented, yes, they are. They are very pigmented. I mean, just first little dab was like, whoa. I'm noticing that these 2 blended together kind of make what could possibly be this Proxima shade. They kind of make a burgundy, but actually maybe more so like a burgundy brown when they come together, which I think actually looks really pretty. I think that makes like a nice shade together. But this shade itself is it's a really pretty red. That's a really, really pretty red. Maybe like a purpley toned red, maybe not true 100% true red, but like a red with a little bit of a purple tone. Gosh darn it, I thought I was filming and I wasn't. Urgh. But I used Proxima, this shade right here, for the lower lash line, and I was saying this has a very like purpley tone to it, so it's not like a true burgundy, it's kind of just like a really deep burgundy purple. And I was also saying it makes sense that the red in here has like a purple tone to it because there are quite a few purples in here, so it would make sense like blending wise why it would have a purple tone, just like a little bit, just a hint, just like how a red lipstick can have like a purple hue almost to it. So I think I'm going to go in with Beyond, which is the black, just to kind of, golly, this is pigmented. Oh my gosh. Wow. In a good way. I love pigment, so dang. If you're someone who lots of pigment scares you, I would use a very fluffy brush, not a dense brush, so that you can really disperse the pigment and shear it out some. But if you're someone that looks for, you know, pigment right away, you don't want to do a ton of building up. Oh my goodness, like this is very, very, very pigmented. So I'm just using that black because I just wanted to deepen this up some, kind of smoke it out. Okay, I really like how that black added to this look a lot. So and if you're in the need of a very opaque black, it definitely is. You can sheer it out some too. Okay, I'm taking Quasistela, this gold shimmer, and I'm just gonna place that. Ooh, oh wow, that's so pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. And place this all over this. Oh man, wow. This is so fun for me, you know, because it's my first time. I mean, this is a new formula for me. So all palettes are fun to test out, but a lot of times when it's a brand I'm familiar with, I'm like, yep, that's what I was expecting. But this is just my first reactions to this brand, and wow, that is beautiful. So this has like a gold bronze pink, like peachy. Oh man, that's really pretty. I love that. Okay, that's so pretty. Okay, I wanted to put that down so I could put a little bit of the glitter, the contact. Now, I think what I'm gonna do is apply, this is new, I hope this works, I've never tried it. It's the glitter primer from Mora. I got it to see if it would be a good dupe, possibly, of the NYX glitter glue. So I hope that this performs well. I think I want to put it just a tad of the glitter right here on the outer portion, so that I can keep the rest of that, the gold. I'm just gonna tap. This is a pretty sparingly distributed glitter. I don't know if that was the right terminology, but what I mean is it's not like a densely packed pigment glitter, so it's very like sporadic and kind of randomized of what you're gonna get. That big red glitter piece right there is fun, although I kind of wish it was a little bit higher because my lashes are probably going to cover that up. But I wonder if I can move it a little. And it's probably going to be where it's at. I do think that's fun. I don't, you know, it's not something I would wear every day, obviously, but I do think it's kind of fun. Okay, now I'm going to take Seti and pop that right here in our, ooh, okay. Ooh, that's one of those hollow chromes where like you shift and it looks like nothing's there, and then you shift again and it's like, oh, there's this other shade. Wow, that is so fun. Honestly, this deserves to be all over the lid to really get the full impact, to appreciate how pretty it is. Oh man, you could do so many really fun looks with this palette and play with these special shades. That is so pretty. This look is very unique for me. I really think once I get the lashes on, of course the lip, I think this is going to be super pretty. Okay, now I'm going to start with the red eye. I'm going to go in with CQ right here. This looks like such a pretty, pretty, pretty lavender. I was looking at this eye off camera and like absolutely just kind of marveling at how well those mattes blend together, how much I love the kind of grungy depth that this gets. Like adding in that black is made it just so good. Okay, this is a beautiful purple, or a beautiful lavender, if you will, because it has pigment. It's bright. It's not one of those lavenders that goes on and disappears. Yeah, that has a really pretty pigment to it. Okay, next I'm going to take Journey, which is like a blurple it looks like, and just blend that in. Oh yeah, that is a blurple, really pretty. It definitely blends perfectly in with the lavender next to it. Okay, next I'm gonna take Arroway, which looks like a beautiful mauve. I love these tones. Honestly, these are, other than missing green, these are some of my favorite types of shades right here. I love cool toned blue purple. I love a red. I love a mustard yellow. I love having a matte black. So yeah, this palette just, the color story just really, really spoke to me right away. Before I even knew the backstory, and then backstory, it's like, well, there goes my money. There goes my money. These all blended together remind me of the Cotton Candy palette from BH. Let's see. This. It reminds me so much. I mean, very, very like similar vibes to it. So if you ever missed that palette and you always wish that you had some of those tones, these are really similar. I do like this matte formula better though, to be honest. Okay, now I'm gonna take Realm, which is the deep purple down here. And that's what I'm gonna put right here. I'm also gonna put this, I think, on the lower lash line. I may do a little mix of this purple. This one is a little bit warmer, so it's not quite as deep as I was thinking it was going to be, but I may do a mix of this in, I may do a gradient, just kind of copy what I did on top, on the bottom. Okay, so I just mimicked the top on the bottom. Then we're gonna go in with Vega, the one that was a little bit shattered, but just, I could tell. I was like, oh, this is going to be so pretty. I'm going to put this right here. Ooh, child. Ooh, that is so pretty. Okay. This is making me very, very excited. All 3 of the special shades I have left here for this side. Oh, okay, you do get some, well, I was gonna say you do get some fallout with this one. It may just be because I had to repress it and it's still a little crumbly, because I do have some fallout down here, but I'll have to just take care of that here in a minute. But wow, that is so glowy and beautiful. Okay, then it's gonna be hard. Okay, I'm gonna take Omega right here. Ooh, yeah. Oh man. Why does this have to be so pretty? That is stunning. Oh my gosh, it's so sparkly and so pretty. A gorgeous like baby pink. Are you kidding me? Okay. Then we have Interstellar. It's like, I want all of these to be, oh, that is a fun inner corner. It is so bright. It's gonna look like it's glowing. Oh my gosh. All of these are worthy to just be all over the lid and just steal the show. But, whoa. Woza. Okay. Wow. First impressions is I'm kind of blown away by mattes and special shades in here. Okay, I am going to pop the lashes on in the lip, and I'm going to go in that natural lighting like I like to show you guys, and then come back here and wrap up my thoughts on the first 2 looks. You guys, I am back with the lashes on, the lip on. You guys saw it in the natural lighting. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm really, really, really impressed. Okay, real quick, in the lower lash line for this eye, I use the Mora the multi-chrome gel liner in, what are you called? Electra. And then in this one, I used, you are called, where is it? So hard to see. Ultra. And then on the lips, I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Because I've got real warm, you know, tones over here and these cool tones over here. So I just did a mixture of 2 glosses to give the eyes more of the focus. So I just did this gloss by LA Colors in Cheerful. It actually has like really pretty particles of like glitter in it. And then on top, I did the Lifter gloss from Maybelline in Brass, just kind of, because this is kind of cooler tone, this is warmer tone. I was like, I'll just combine the 2. So I am so impressed with these looks, you guys. I mean, it's a first impression. I still have one more look to do for you guys, but so far I'm blown away by this formula. So tomorrow I plan on doing something a little bit different. I'm going to mix the 2 sides together. I'm not exactly sure what I will do, but it will be beautiful, no doubt. All right, you guys, now let's create the 3rd look. And I think what I want to do is do something a little bit different order-wise of application. So I think I'm just going to go in with the special shades first, just so I can really see them in all their glory on the eye. But there's 2 that I really want to use, and they are the 2 that I used in the inner corner, and give it a chance on the lid. So I'm going to go in with Interstellar and then Seti. So let's do Interstellar first. Interstellar. And I'm just going to Start putting that down. Oh, it's so bright. This is honestly, I had this in the inner corner on the, oops, the right eye yesterday. And it's a stunning inner corner shade. I love like a glowing inner corner. And this is one of the hollow chromes, I believe. So pretty. Okay, then Seti. I've got to get this one on my lid. Ooh. So this was in the inner, oh, okay, yeah. This needs to be, this was pretty on the inner corner, but I couldn't really detect all the shifts in there. This is a little bit chunkier in texture, not in a bad way, in a good way actually. It really shows dimension. And this one is, the first one, Interstella, is a little bit more sheer and ethereal, while this one has some texture to it. And this has a pink, purple, maybe some like a green blue. It's got tons of different shifts in it. Ugh. This could be, honestly, I have a video coming out soon that is 24 trends in 2024. And this kind of goes along with a few of the trends, just this. So keep that in mind in case you're following trends, and definitely watch that video because I worked hard on it. I really, really did. Okay, I went ahead and caught up the other eye. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get in the better lighting, that natural lighting, to really show you guys how pretty this is. But I would say that first shade, Interstella, is a little bit more like a topper shade. It's pretty on the lid. I think it would be really pretty topped on another special shade or shimmer, even a matte, and then it's gorgeous in the inner corner like yesterday. It's still pretty, but I think I prefer it more texture-wise, like maybe the inner corner. That Seti needs to be on the lid in all its glory. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be bold, and you know, I said I was going to do warm and cool together. So I think I'm going to go in, okay, with CQ, and that was that light lavender from yesterday, which it was in the same spot. So this is definitely more lavender purple, while this pulls a little bit more like a blurple blue. And this will actually, because I was debating, I'm like, do I go in with this CQ lavender or do I go in with Journey? Journey would be much more matchy monochromatic, which would be really pretty too. But this really kind of brings out the purple pink of Seti and contrasts Interstella. Okay, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to tell or not. Something kind of accidental happened that I think is really pretty regardless. But while I was applying the matte, somehow, even though I didn't think that I came down on the lid, it picked up a lot of the Seti shades. So I've got all this pink sparkle dispersed in the matte. I didn't mean to do that, but it actually looks really pretty, so I'm just going to go with it. Okay, let's, I don't know why I'm like gathering my breath, like, okay, dipping into the yellow, but I think I'm going to do Not Alone, the mustardy yellow, and just kind of see how this pairs, because I don't think it's like an expected pairing to what I have going on here. But I like to experiment. I like whenever palettes and the color story gets me to combine things I wouldn't typically think to combine. So let's go ahead and do that. It's interesting because this shirt that I'm wearing, this very, would you call this this shirt kind of reminds me of, it's like a hybrid between those 90s silk shirts. If you're old enough, you know what I'm talking about, but like men typically wore them in the 90s. Just watch an episode of Saved by the Bell and AC Slater. And then it also looks like futuristic at the same time, but it has like a little bit of a, you know, that gold. So I was thinking it might work with this eye. I don't know that I love this combo, but I'm not done yet. But it's definitely like something different for me. Okay, so then I think I'm gonna go in with Realm, the purple shade here, and just kind of blend that into the yellow. I think what this is going to do, yeah, this just kind of deepens and like grunges it up a little bit, bringing in that mustard yellow, then bringing back in this purple. I actually do like this now. I mean, I'm not done, but I like how choosing to bring in this deeper purple, mixing in with the like mustardy shade. I don't know, I think it works. Okay, now I'm taking that blurply shade Journey. It's kind of like a periwinkle onto the lower lash. I don't think I've ever done like a color combo like this before. And I love being stretched and inspired. Okay, I could definitely stop there, but I want to use Omega, which is that pinky one that was on this lid yesterday. I want to use that in the inner corner. Okay, that's fun. It is just bright enough where it doesn't look bruisey, because definitely putting a pink in the inner corner could just look like you're bruised a little. But I think it's just bright enough and sparkly enough where it works. All right, you guys, I think I'm gonna stop there, and I'm gonna put on the lashes and liner, do the lighting, the lip, come back, and we're gonna wrap up Ascensión. I'm back, and I think this might actually be my favorite look out of all three. I love it. I think it's so pretty and so kind of wearable, but yet really unique. So on the lower lash line, I did a combo actually of two of the multi-chrome gel liners, again the same ones I think as yesterday. Yeah, the same ones. We have Ultra and Electra. So Ultra and then Electra kind of in the middle. Really cool to combine the two. I did an ever so slight tiny flick of this liquid liner from Profusion. The Bright Lights, Pastel Lights in the lavender is just an ever so subtle little flick. And then for the lips, I'm really into this combo because it's such a like warm cool tone combo. So I did MAC liner in Spice, and then I did the glossed Sephora collection glossed in Wild, and it's this like kind of sheer iridescent lavender with sparkles. Those two together I think go perfectly with the eye. So let's talk about this palette, you guys. Man, I'm so impressed with this. You get such a variety of textures in here. Even with the special shades are so different. Like this is kind of a traditional, really shiny, metallic-y shimmer. This Quasi Stella. Then You have Vega and Omega that are these really textured multi-chrome shimmers. And then you have Seti and Interstella that are holochromes, but even they are different from each other in texture. And then you have Contact, which is that glitter. Honestly, for me, the glitter, I go back and forth because like this is her vision. If she wants a glitter in the palette, this palette's special to her. I don't want to judge anything that she puts in there. I probably won't use the glitter hardly ever, if only if I'm specifically like whatever occasion I'm like, I need a glitter, and specifically like a chunky glitter that is very randomized like this one. I did have a little hard time when I was washing my face last night. I was like having to really pick off with my nails the pieces of the bigger red glitter, and I was kind of afraid of it getting in my eyes. So if I had to critique anything, this is her palette. She can do what she wants. She loves this glitter. I'm happy for her. The palette overall I'm in love with, but I would probably switch out this glitter. Like maybe, I love all the shades in it. Like I love that she has purple and red and blue and gold. I think it's so cool. If it was another, maybe like a grittier, textured multi-chrome with those colors in it, I would have just preferred that. But you guys, I'm so impressed with the mattes, are excellent. I saw someone's comment today about a totally different palette saying, or I think it was on YouTube, I can't remember. Anyway, saying that they don't really go to indie brands for their mattes. Multi-chrome shimmers are where it's at. They stick to like Natasha Denona for mattes. But you guys, these mattes are excellent. They are really, really good. If you have kind of missed really good mattes in indie brands, these are phenomenal. And then you get all these beautiful special shades in here. I'm blown away. I'm going to say, I know this is a more expensive palette in the 60s. I'm going to say it's worth it. Especially with the discount code that you can use. I think it's worth it. I think it's that special. I really don't think I have another palette in my collection with this many textures, different textures to play with. So I think that makes it special. I love the color story. I adore the meaning behind it. I highly recommend it. I do. I can give this a stamp of my approval. And just, I hope that this launch is just for Deanie, just works like wonders in her life. My prayers and my heart goes out to her. And yeah, I'm gonna start crying again if I don't get off of this dang video, but I highly recommend it. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, have fun shopping, budget shopping. Bye.